Alright everyone, hello. Welcome to the first installment of UkuLessons with Ella. I'm Ella, that's me. I've got my trusty pal Charlie right here, and today we're going to be learning a little bit about the ukulele. We're going to learn the basic anatomy of the ukulele. We're going to learn about chords, how to play chords, how to strum, some strumming patterns, and then we're going to play a few songs. Those songs are going to be basic today, but stay tuned because in the coming weeks we've got songs from Elvis Presley, we've got songs from Frozen, so stay tuned for those. We are not just going to be playing basic kids songs. There are going to be a lot of fun songs to come, so definitely stay tuned for that. So first I'm going to start with a little bit of an introduction to the ukulele as an instrument. So it is a string instrument like a guitar, and the name ukulele is associated with Hawaiian music and roughly translates to jumping flea, which is kind of fun. So now we're going to learn a little bit about the parts of the ukulele. So here we have the head. Here we have the head. You have your tuning pegs right here, right? The frets are these little things right here, right there. There are several of them. We're really going to go we're probably not going to go beyond the fourth one just yet, but we will get there. This whole thing here is called the neck. This whole thing here is the neck. And then you have the body right here. This whole little almost figure eight kind of shape, that classic shape, that's going to be the body. And then you've also got the sound hole, which is super important. And then the bridge and the saddle. And then of course you have the strings. The order of the strings is very important. From bottom to top, we have A. Next we have E, C, G. So bottom to top, A, E, C, G. These are just the names of the chords, just basics. So next we're going to learn a little bit about tuning our ukulele. It's super important to tune your ukulele every time you use it. It does fall out of tune even after a day, so make sure you're doing that. It won't sound its best if it's not tuned. There are a couple ways to tune. The first is with this little mechanism here. You just pop it on, click that button, you will clip it onto the head of your uke, and then just start from the bottom and then adjust your tuning pegs as needed, right? Just the tuning pegs as needed. I'm not going to do it right now because I already tuned mine, but I'll also show you a great way, which is with an app, and it's called Tune for Ukuleles. It's got the highest ratings on the App Store, and it ensures that you don't have to go out and go buy a tuner. So once the app has downloaded, go ahead and click it and open it, and then you will see what looks like a tuning fork down at the bottom of the page. Click that to open the tuner. Start from the bottom with that A chord and finger pick over and over again. The app will detect what note you're picking, so pick it over and over again and either tighten or loosen the string with your tuning pegs on the head of your ukulele until that little line gets to be green instead of orange or red, as shown. We're also going to have to talk about your fingers. When you are playing the ukulele, you usually finger pick with your pointer finger, right? There are special picks for ukuleles. They are different from guitar picks, so just make a note of that. A guitar pick can damage the strings. They're not the same strings as a guitar. A ukulele pick is softer. It'll be almost more felt-like, but really just using your pointer finger, that's all you really need. So to strum, you're going to use the nail of your finger to go down, and then the meatier part of your finger when you come up. Okay? And there are strumming patterns to this, so you only have two choices, down and up, but that is really more advanced kind of work there. is doing different strum patterns. What we're gonna do is only strum down on the beats, but if you want to mix it up, you're more than welcome to. So just down with your nail, up with the meat, down, up, down, up. And so with your strumming, make sure you are putting a little bit of force behind it. It doesn't have to be anything super crazy, but also, you know, you don't want to take it lightly. It's not going to hurt the instrument. Just give it a little bit of force so you get all the sound coming out. Down, up. Great. So now we are going to learn some chords. First chord we're going to learn is C7. Super, super easy. You put your number 1 finger. When we're talking about numbered fingers, your pointer finger is number 1, number 2, 3, 4, and then your thumb. So 1, 2, 3, 4, thumb. So you're gonna put your number 1 finger on the first string above the first fret, and that's all. So just like this, your number 1 finger on the first string above the first fret, and just strum down, and that's C7. C7. And try going back and forth between C7 and just nothing on the A string. So C7. And that's key, is switching back and forth. You're gonna wanna do this all the time, because going back and forth between the chords like this needs to become habit. It needs to become muscle memory, so that it's easier for you to switch chords while you're playing a song. And this will come up more in our next chord, which we are gonna learn, which is F. So you have your first finger again, this time on the second string, above the first fret, and then you're gonna put your second finger on the 4th string below the first fret, all right, above the 2nd fret, all right, something like that, all right, so try that out, strum down, that's F, 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 see how I'm strumming hard? It's okay to strum hard, all right. Now go from F to C7. C7, F, C7, F, C7, F, C7, F, C7, F, C7, C7, F. And that's what I mean by switching back and forth. Just do that constantly between all the chords you know. In a few weeks we're gonna get to know 7, 8 chords. Just while you're sitting in front of the TV, just constantly switch back and forth between those chords, just strumming. It's really, really important, like I said, to practice, practice, practice this. That way, you know, when you're playing a song, you can read the music. You can be reading the music and not even have to look at the strings when you're moving from chord to chord. That's really, really important. So now that we have learned F and C7, we have learned those, we are good on those. What we're gonna do now is play a song. So like I said, we're gonna start out with some very, very basic songs, the first of which is The Wheels on the Bus, a classic. I will throw up the music right here, kind of the sheet music that's in our book. The book I'm using is called Rainbow Ukulele, Volume 1. This is what I was taught on. It's a really great book. If you have your own book, that's awesome. Use whatever makes you comfortable, but this is what I'm teaching out of for this. So, The Wheels on the Bus. Who's ready? I'm ready. I'm ready to get on the bus. So, it starts off on F, right? So, you remember where F is, right? First finger on the second string above the first fret, and then your second finger on the fourth string beneath the first fret and above the second, right? Y'all got that? All right. So, the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. Pretty simple, right? This is really good practice in changing chords. It's pretty quick on the last part, all through the town. That's a really, really good area to anticipate that F note coming up. So you just get ready to move your fingers and know where they're about to go. And don't get discouraged if you find that you're having trouble switching. Just go back and forth between C7 and F as much as you can. Just kind of, that's okay to do before you start doing songs, just as much as you can. And even now, you can tell, even I'm getting better at it. Don't even have to look now. So that's awesome. So let's try it again, starting on F. Remember F? So, the wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. And we'll do the next verse. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. And if you're not comfortable adding the other verse, I know it's hard for me the first time. Really, what you have to get down is the muscle memory first. So, we'll try wheels on the bus again. So starting on F. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round, all through the town. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 beep. The horn on the bus goes beep, 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 all through the town. You'll notice that I did strum down when there may not have been a letter above. I just think it sounds better when there's more music in there. I like to strum, after that F on wheels. I like to strum down on round as well. If you're not quite up to strumming when there's no letter above, don't worry about that. There's no worries there, just until you get comfortable. And also feel free to strum up and down too. If you're comfortable with that, definitely try that out. It's not a bad idea to get familiar with the different strum patterns that will come later. The ukulele is a very versatile instrument. It's really fun to kind of improvise, mix it up with your chord patterns, mix it up with your strumming patterns, that kind of thing. Alright, so now we're going to learn C. That's going to involve this second finger again. We used that before with F. So that second finger right here, you're going to put it on the first string below the second fret and above the third fret. If you can see it right there. Alright, so, and that's all there is to it. So, and that's C. I think it's a really pretty chord. It's one of my favorites. So just strum down on C. Cool. So now let's do kind of what I was talking about and move through the chords that we already know. So we can go from C to C7 to F to C, C7 to F to C, C7 to F to C again, C7, C7 to F, C, C7, F. and just constantly move through. So maybe we'll start with F now. F to C7 to C. To F to C7 to C. And just constantly do that over and over and over again. That's how you will get more comfortable moving between those chords. So now, since we've learned C, we're going to play a different song, another classic, Do Your Ears Hang Low. You guys with dogs out there, you know what I'm saying? Those ears hang low in the water bowl. So yeah, we are going to start on F again, and I will put, again, the music in the book right up here, and let's get started. So starting on F, here, right, okay, so. Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low? Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low? Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low? And definitely here, especially on the last line, is a great way to work on your anticipation skills. It's hard to go between that C and that F so fast. That's why going between C and F just constantly is going to be really helpful. So try to do that between songs. Alright? Alright? So we'll try it again after having practiced a little bit. So we start on F. Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low? Do your ears hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie them in a knot? Can you tie them in a bow? Can you throw them over your shoulder like a continental soldier? Do your ears hang low? And unfortunately, I have not been able to find a song with C, C7, and F all together. You Are My Sunshine comes pretty close, but there is a G7 thrown in there, so we're saving that. Thank you guys for joining us. If there's anything you want to see and play next week, let me know. If anything's too hard, if I'm moving too fast, if I'm not moving fast enough, please let me know in the comments, and thanks for tuning in. See you guys next week.